More call for public comment? Apparently there's no public comment. I'll move on to committee items. Item A, I need approval of the minutes of October 13th, 2014. Have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? None. Passes unanimously. Next up will come review of the retirement and drop list. Any questions or comments on the drop list or retirement list? You've all read them. Item C, we have our financial report. Welcome, Mr. Latham.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, committee members. Financial statements for September of 2014. Our benchmark is 75%, 3/4 of the way through the year. Our actual expenditure level is 75.8%, so we're just a little bit over that. If we look at the general fund charts, we're pretty much on track with historical trends on the expenditure side, and also on the revenue side, the pattern of receipt is as expected. We have received a substantial amount of property tax revenue through September 30th. There's a bit more to be received between now and the end of the year, and so forth. Next month, I will be presenting to you budget amendments for certain other funds, the Parks and the Golf Course Fund, further budget amendments as required in the general fund, and also there'll be a substantial amendment with respect to JDOT for their expenditures for the year. So, any questions?
Questions or discussion? Apparently it's an excellent report. Nobody's got any questions. Thank you. Next up will be item D, Department of Aging budget adjustment. Welcome, Marcy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The budget adjustments are shifting some funds due to some vacant positions, and we needed more money, especially in our food line item for Meals on Wheels, and then some other miscellaneous changes. But the net change to the department budgets is zero. So if there might be any questions.
Discussion, questions? This because of an increased demand or for the
Sorry.
Meals on Wheels and congregate
Meals
meals?
on Wheels, the food prices have gone up,
Okay.
especially beef and milk.
All right, thank you.
I don't know if it's a trickle down to the farmers, but
Okay, we need a motion and support to send this to full board.
So moved.
Motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Thank you, Marcy. You have another request. This will be a personnel issue.
yes. I think this information is also in your packet.
Any questions? You want to explain it, or does the board
Just
need it?
real quickly,
Okay.
of course, our Department on Aging Services are part of the Community and Social Supports component of the strategic plan. And what I'm talking today about is home care and respite and caregiver support services. And the full-time caregiver social worker, that position is vacant right now because that employee was promoted to our in-home services coordinator position. And these are the list of her primary duties. So what I'm suggesting, and I've talked with staff about this, and it connects with our high-performance organization employee task group recommendations. And in 2013, one of the groups recommended more staff time to do in-home assessments. So that's the direction this is going. So if we had 2 part-time positions, one at 29 hours a week to focus on the respite assessments and talking with family members and about the caregiving that they're doing, and then a second position, 24 hours a week, called Case Coordination and Support, and they would do in-home assessments for home care program and Meals on Wheels. So that's the recommendation, and it is tied, or my request, and again, it is tied to where we see we need to go as a department. Then the kinship options counseling, that's when someone calls and says, my grandniece is now living with me, what are my options, what do I need to do? And we will keep that with Jennifer Guthrie, she has that expertise. She is now our in-home services coordinator, but the kinship support component is a small part of the time that in a full-time position, so she can continue to do that. The counseling she was doing will be referred to the geriatric mental health program at the Department on Aging. So then in order for Jennifer to have time to do kinship work, the work of grant auditing and data reporting that the in-home services coordinator has been doing will go to the deputy director. And in order for the deputy director to have time to keep track of all that, the monthly grant reports are being done by the staff accountant in administrative services. So that's kind of a shift so that everybody has time to do the different duties. And the change will target our top 5 priority groups, which are in-home services, and also the information, the second part of the citizen survey, as far as the community seeing it as a priority, is getting information about services and how to qualify. So that's kind of a reason why I'm asking the request to eliminate a full-time social work position and have a part-time grade 10 and a part-time grade 9.
Commissioner Lechka. Have a motion, we need support? Have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? None. Unanimous. You have it.
Okay. Thank you.
Next up, we have the County Building Authority.
Good afternoon. You should have all received a report regarding the activities for the Building Authority. I'm just here for any questions if there are any. All right, thank you.
Afternoon, Mike Brown is my name. I don't know if this got in your packet or not. I only have one copy. Do you have it? Yeah. Good, okay. Okay. Question? So, no, I just have, if you have any questions or concerns about it, certainly I'll ask. Okay, thanks.
Good afternoon. This is a request for a approval to procure a backup system for the Information Technology Department. This would be for a 10 terabyte Exagrid system. This would enable us to continue to provide data backup, recovery, archival, and data management capabilities to support routine day-to-day functions.
Just the one comment, down on the financial picture of it, you've got that there's sufficient funds in the capital outlay budget for it. Was it actually budgeted, or are there just excess funds in there, or?
There's a specific line item in the budget for that.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Further questions, comments? If not, I need a motion and support. Have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Thank you,
Thank you.
Don. And next up, facilities. Welcome, Rick.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, committee members. Have before you a request to purchase a 2014 Ram Tradesman minivan to be used for Meals on Wheels.
Pretty straightforward. Any questions, comment? Have a motion, need support? We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? None.
Thank you.
You have it. Thank you, sir. Next up, we have Circuit Court. Welcome, Charles.
Good afternoon. You have before you a motion and attachments on the two grants that we have received for Recovery Court. One is an annual grant that we have gotten from the Supreme Court since the program's onset of 2004. And the other is, although a new grant, is the same grant that we had through Mid-South. It's a 3-year grant. When you tally it up, it's just under $3 million. It's just under $1 million. It's $972,000, but it's over 3 years, roughly $325,000 a year. So I'm before you to accept the grants so we can continue the operation currently of the Recovery Court. And then the actual participants are sticking right about 70 with a waiting list. And I'll answer any questions.
Questions? Discussion?
Support.
Have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? None. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I lost my cursor. There it is.
You got the claims down there.
Next up, we have a administrator controller request for financial service advising. Would you like to speak to this, either one of you, or?
A little bit. Adam can chime in there as need be. As everybody knows, we are preparing to seek bond. Some of the rules have changed and so forth. We need to have a financial services advisor, as well as we will be coming forward to the board here in the very near future with bond counsel requests as well, meaning legal counsel for that. That's one of our stable of attorneys, one we do not have as a bond counsel. And this is obviously in connection with, the airport, as well as the Honeywell project, some of those work we're going to do there. But we went out to RFQ, request for qualifications, received 2. How many did we actually, was it just the 2 that qualified? Yeah. And through PFM or Benzinski, and of course, both are qualified, but But at any rate, PFM, both are qualified, but PFM is the better choice in our opinion.
Discussion? Motion? Questions?
Just a couple of comments. Mike, Benzinski and Company has done quite a bit of bond recommendations in the county or for the county, have they not? I'm not advocating for them, but they have had business with us before, I think. So, right. And then secondarily, you talk about the energy audit and also about the airport. By approving this, doesn't necessarily mean we're expending any funding, and doesn't necessarily mean that we're committed to a bond for either one yet. It's just in case we do that, so
Correct. We just
that
need
piece of
somebody
the
to
puzzle is there.
advise, yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Any further questions or discussion? We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? None. Thank you. Moving on next to claims. Need a motion?
Claims be allowed?
Motion and support to pay the claims. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Passes unanimous. Other minutes? Anybody want to talk about anything on other minutes? Other minutes are, look like we have any. December reporting schedule, you read that on your own. We return to public comment. Any public comment? Apparently not. Committee member comments? Nothing there. Meeting is over. Adjourned at 12:15.